Hey, hey, Sagittarius. Intuitive Soul Coach here with your June 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Sag, becoming the best version of you, your greatest strengths, fullest potential, action steps, advice, and we'll connect to an outcome. So right away here, I'm getting that there may be or has been a foundational shift internally that is creating next level energy in an area of your life. So for example, even though I don't see it out here, the tower may have occurred in some way, shape, or form. It may be an adjustment in your belief system. It could be unlearning something that you had learned due to your conditioning or due to an experience. I feel like you're taking some sort of alternative path or unconventional approach here, and you're moving forward with more clarity, more confidence, and more insight. And it's actually going to level up an area of your life. So this could be career, it could be health, it could be love, but there needed to be some form of shift that took place on a deeper root level, base chakra. Some of you, this may have even been childhood wounding from the ages of 0 to 7. It could be something that had threatened your sense of stability, maybe finances, it could be home, maybe it has to do with family, it could be health as well. Now, bottom of the deck, we do see the Knight of Inspiration, Knight of Wands showing up here is all about a new adventure awaits. If you're brave enough to move forward, which I know you are, Sag, you're a fire sign. This is you being that leader that you are. You're very instinctual. You are action oriented. You are a warrior. And I feel like it's time for you to head towards your next grand adventure. That may be that leveling up that I see here in your energy. And I'm really excited in this reading, or all of the bonus readings, instead of pulling clarifiers from a different tarot, I've been asking Spirit to show me in my mind's eye the clarifying card, and that's turned out really quite well. So starting off here, your first card out is the Hermit. The Hermit energy is about reflection, right? It is about you being able to do some deep soul searching, meditating on something here, asking for answers by going within, seeking self-knowledge, connecting to your higher power here. You may have felt all alone in your endeavors, or you felt like you didn't have the support that you really truly wanted or needed from a loved one, from a family member, because I also feel like this has left you feeling a part of the tribe in some way, shape, or form. So perhaps some of you at a very young age, that sense of stability, maybe you were ostracized, maybe you were cast out of, your tribe, your community. Some of you had went through a new friend group, or you had lost a loved one in some way, shape, or form. But I do feel like this experience has led you closer to your soul's self. Spirit, what's the clarifier here? What's the clarifying card here? Yeah, 10 of Cups. So I do feel like this has to do with maybe a family of origin. 10 of Cups also showing up here in my mind's eye can be betrayal. It can be feelings of unworthiness. Now we're looking at the 10 of Cups possibly in reverse. And I feel like you've had to heal from some family trauma, family dynamics. Now the 10 of Cups, when it is showing up in the upright, which I'm getting a little bit of a spin. So for some of you, you have felt the reverse effect of the 10 of Cups, but a lot of you are doing the deep inner healing work and reflection in order to bring about that emotional wealth, deep affection, serenity, good fortune, bliss, and feeling that you are absolutely worthy of love, and calling in and connecting with new soul tribe, new friendships, and also a new sense of self is what I'm getting here, a new sense of self. But there may have been a disassociation. It's almost as if some of you may have left your bodies, or you may have left your soul, like soul fragmentation. Some of you may have even gone through some alternative therapies such as shamanic journeying. You may have really dove into a spiritual practice, spiritual healing, if you've been single for quite some time, or if you've been, going off on your own path in some way, shape, or form. I feel like you are being guided to bring something together, or finally be open to support, open to healing, or open to new people, because the 10, right? 10 is about endings bringing in new beginnings, and 10s can be about emotional fulfillment. So for those of you Sagittarians who have not felt emotionally fulfilled, I feel like your greatest strength here is to open your heart and to really trust your intuition. You have the Queen of Swords showing up here in your greatest strength position. Now, Queen of Swords, when she's in the strength, she is someone who brings wisdom, brings clarity. She has a brilliant mind. She's all about truth and logic, but she also sets very healthy boundaries for herself. She knows when to say no. She knows when to say yes. I'm also getting here, you're very intelligent. You may have your views on situations, but you're also very willing to listen to other points of view. You're not so stuck in your ways that you readily or easily dismiss that of others. And I feel like perhaps that hasn't always been the case, or maybe you've attracted people into your life who have been very set in their ways, but that actually was the catalyst for you to be more open. Now, Spirit, what is the clarifying card here, please? 7 of Swords. Oh, so for some of you, you may have been dealing with a person who wasn't honest. Perhaps they were hiding something. There could have been some form of betrayal, manipulation. Now, your greatest strength is to not close yourself off to the rest of the world, or close yourself off to love, or hide behind your own mask, right? Your own identity because of conditioning or because of pain. And that's kind of what we were just talking about here with the Queen of Voices, Queen of Swords, and also being able to speak your truth. 7 of Swords can be maybe even being in a less than ethical situation, or just feeling like something is being exposed. And I feel like this may have to do, if it's not another person, this could be parts of yourself that are being exposed. And that 10 of Cups is saying, can you love those perfectly imperfect pieces of you? Maybe the insecure pieces, or the pieces that have been hurt or flawed, right? I feel like there is this love factor coming in, and you're being asked here to look at things through the eyes of love, right? And asking yourself, what would love do? Now, your fullest potential in the month of June is the 4 of Inspiration, the 4 of Wands, 11-11 energy. Your fullest potential is to embrace and celebrate. This could even be some form of communal energy. This can be marriage. It can be new home. It can be vitality. Spirit, what is the clarifier here, please? The clarifier. Justice? Interesting. Okay. Now we have 2 Libran energies. Perhaps Libra season will be quite significant for you, Sag. It could be end of September, October. Perhaps there's a legal situation, or you have been in a little bit of maybe even a karmic cycle, or you're being guided to break some karmic ancestral wounds, or, you felt like things were a little bit imbalanced in your world. And I feel, because justice is the clarifier, there is balance coming in here that you yourself are creating. Yeah, you are creating this. Now, I also see that there could be some news around maybe a home around a commitment, this is definitely going to be something worth celebrating. I feel that for you, something worth celebrating. Now, justice as well can be that energy of balance. I mean, it just feels like there's something that feels out of balance within you. This can be doing the right thing. This can be integrity. And the Queen of Voices, she is the Libran scales of justice. So there is something here about honing in on your integrity, not compromising your integrity here, Sagittarius. That could be part of your fullest potential. But I see that there is going to be new commitments that you play out. There's going to be new celebrations. You also see that they're in the clouds here. It almost looks like they've raised their vibration on this Four of Wands. This is about honoring each other. It could be about recognition, celebrations, milestones. So you are hitting a level of graduation, and that's what I'm getting here for you, next level. But you had to go through an experience that maybe really tested your own integrity, and you had to stay humble. Or it really caused you to take a look at your life, at your patterns, at the type of relationships that you attract, the type of, maybe health issues that you've gone through, to really help you connect to your body, mind, and soul. So interesting that justice is showing up here. If this does have to do with a legal situation, I do feel like the fullest potential is to bring fairness and balance to all. Okay. I also get here that the right thing will be done, whatever that right thing is, whatever that karma is. What goes around comes around. And I just feel like there will be results for the energy that, brings the most fairness here. I hope that makes sense. What is the action step for Sagittarius? 7 of Cups. To choose wisely. To choose wisely. And that's what we were just talking about here when it comes to the relationships that you have, the food that you put in your body, the work that you do, the people you surround yourself with, the home that you live in, the place that you live. The 7 of Cups is about choice, right? It's wishful thinking, it's dreams, it's fantasy, it's options, but it's also about making the right choice and focusing on what that choice is instead of feeling indecisive. And I'm asking here, clarifier here. What's the clarifier? The Lovers. Okay. That's Gemini energy. And it's also about following your heart. And we have the cup energy here of the 7 of Cups. So again, and we said this in the beginning, what would love do? And that's kind of the action step here that Spirit is clarifying. Now, this may be a very important contract in your life that is based on love. It can be romantic. It can be a family member. It could be a friend. This could be, anyone who is here to help you open up the heart chakra, or for you to learn about forgiveness, learn about, humility, integrity, discernment. I'm also getting with this 7 of Cups energy. You may be feeling like you don't have enough information to make the right choice in matters of, whatever area that you may be riding the fence on, or that you're wanting to move forward in. You may feel like you don't have the resources, or you don't have the knowledge, or you don't have whatever it may be. I am getting the Lovers here. Again, Spirit, what else do we have with this Lovers energy? Oh, okay. There may have been some form of, again, dishonesty, because I'm seeing that 7 of Swords. So in matters of the heart, someone may not have been honest with you, but I do feel like disharmony and trust issues were a factor of the past, and that may have really led to some imbalance and maybe even justice, right? And karma in your world. But now you're thinking long term, or you may be thinking about what is going to bring the most prosperity to my body, to my mind, to my soul, because you can see here, Sag, the tiny, beta fish, koi fish, which represent longevity. And I feel like you want your heart to be in it 100%, right? In it to win it. If you're going to invest your beautiful time, your energy, your heart into someone or something, you want it to last. I mean, don't we all, right? But sometimes we can move very impulsively and it can be instant gratification, or it can be short-lived, or if we keep repeating out patterns that we know aren't healthy or they may be sabotaging. I feel like that was why you went into this hermit mode in the first place, so you don't replay out those patterns. And that is your action for the month of June. All right, messages from your higher self. This is advice. 8 of Cups. Now, a lot of signs have been getting the 8 of Cups. This is my Eat, Pray, Love card. It is about abandonment, rejection. Some of you may even want to look into attachment styles. There's avoidant attachment, anxious attachment. That could be something you've already looked into with the Hermit. Someone else around you with that Lovers that I'm picking up on, they could have some sort of attachment style to you and you're wanting to remove yourself from that energy. But this is about leaving something behind. And we actually go from the 7 of Cups to the 8 of Cups, right? This is messages from your higher self. This is advice that now that you've made a choice, 7 of Cups, you've had some options, you have free will, you have the opportunity to really consult your inner self, your intuition. A choice has been made here, or it's about to be made. And you're going to decide to pursue something more meaningful of the heart. But you know what that means, Sag? It means that vulnerability is a requirement. It means that you have to be stronger and more courageous than you ever thought possible to be able to move forward and open yourself up on a deeper level. And that opening of the heart can be scary, because when we let love in, a whole plethora of things could happen, right? Our heart could get ripped out. Our heart could break. Our heart could, fall in love and love so deeply, right? There's so many things that have the opportunity to come in and change our world when love enters the mix. And for some of you, you've kept your heart on lockdown in some way, shape, or form. But your greatest strength is to open up to not only your, intuition and your logic, but to blend, right? To utilize that energy of the head and the heart, but make room for the soul to really shine through. And that's what I see here you're doing. That's the advice. This is saying, don't ignore the call to do something different, because it's time for a new path. Spirit, what is the clarifying card here, please? Wheel of Fortune. Instantly, Wheel of Fortune came up, and this is destiny. There is something here about destiny at play. Some of you, it's a destined relationship with that Lovers I'm picking up on. It could be, right behind it. I just wanted to peek here. Yeah, we have, again, the Emperor. We have the 6 of Wands. So for some of you, you are really stepping into your power. This is about respect, self-respect. Yeah, respecting yourself enough to be able to leave behind something that is not aligned with your morals, your integrity, and your purpose and mission. You may have learned a very valuable lesson. Can you give gratitude and love from a distance is what I see here for you. Wow. And Wheel of Fortune showing up to clarify is a turning point, right? That Wheel of Fortune is a powerful energy of rolling with it, right? Rolling with it, going with the flow, not looking back here. It's like a wheel. Once that wheel starts spinning, and this is funny, they're actually showing me a tire being rolled, right? Once you kind of roll that tire forward, it's very likely going to roll back in the opposite direction unless you're, trying to roll it up a hill. But I feel that you're not rolling it up a hill. That would be resistance, right? It would be resisting the natural flow of going forward. And so what's happening is all that happens is you just give this wheel a little bit of a push and it starts to move, and you just kind of go with it. because this is destiny. This is gravity. It's how things are supposed to be playing out here for you. If you want something deeper, you must walk away from whatever attachment that may have played out in the past emotionally. What is the celebratory outcome here for Sagittarius? We have Four of Swords, putting it to rest, right? Putting something to rest. This can also be you, yourself, getting some rest, some downtime. Four of Swords is the energy of healing, self-love, renewal, rejuvenation. If you've been really working hard towards a dream, you're hitting that next level, but there could be a little bit of a pause, like stop and smell the roses type of energy. And we see the rose petals here. So mentally, with the Queen of Swords as well, mentally, you've been concocting new ideas. Perhaps you've been overthinking, obsessing, or ignoring signs of rest. Some of you may have been overworking to the point of creating maybe even a little bit of dis-ease or imbalance, or if you've been overthinking a relationship or just not being in touch with your body. I feel like the message for you in the month of June is to get in touch with yourself and drop out of the headspace a little bit into the body. Find balance, find that equilibrium. Spirit, what is the clarifying card here? Okay, beautiful. That makes sense. The star energy. And when that star shows up here, the star is about having faith. The star is about healing, guidance, positivity, forward movement. But fours are also about structure, planning, and foundation, as well as stability, as we mentioned. So, like I said in the very beginning of your reading, some of you have gone through or are going through a foundational shift that is taking an area of your life to the next level. But you are in that in-between stage at this time, but you're being guided to rest because we're not supposed to constantly be in go, go, go. And we're not supposed to be in, that just rest, rest, rest. We need to find that balance of, stop and go. And I feel like some of you may have been oscillating towards one end or the other, again, where maybe you were just on autopilot. You started to do things without even really being there. It's like your body just started to respond and you just, your default mode turned on, and it's like you could do it while you were sleeping and you started to zone out and space out when someone is talking to you, or you didn't feel like you were part of, the conversation, part of a group, part of a family dynamic. And that may be that hermit energy. And I feel like this is a month for more vitality. This is a month for you to drop back into the soul of who you are, where you've come from, and to create more harmony and balance within your thoughts, within your mind. It's time to tell yourself a new story, but I'm also getting this is the month to stay present. Stay present is key here. And staying present requires you grounding your energy, getting out in nature, meditating, which I see you've been doing here, or you have been trying to get back in touch with your roots of some sort here, base chakra. It can be moving the body, moving the hips, the feet, the knees, the ankle. I'm also getting something about hydration. Stay hydrated. Some of you may even be looking into or drinking aloe vera juice or coconut water. You may be booking a spa day. Maybe you are out underneath the stars and you find a swimming hole, or, you could be camping, getting out in nature, taking a trip, traveling, or just allowing yourself to breathe and have a moment of rest. And that is your celebratory energy. That is the outcome. And with that star showing up, I feel like there's a lot of healing taking place. I want to know a little bit more about the healing, Spirit. Why is healing needed? They're saying go back to this Queen. Okay. What was the clarifier for the Queen? The Seven of Swords. Okay. exposing something being exposed, self-preservation. Oh, some of you, adrenal fatigue syndrome, you may have been in fight or flight. So, Seven of Swords can be self-preservation. And when we are dealing with maybe a trauma response, post-traumatic stress, or we are balancing up a lot of responsibilities, sometimes we can suffer from adrenal fatigue syndrome. I'm also getting here onions, okay? Onions. I mean, maybe someone's chopping up onions as you're listening to this reading. I mean, someone could benefit from maybe eating more onions. I know onions are so very good for you. Specifically raw onions. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of raw onions, but I know they're good for you. Okay, what else do we have here? I'm getting a lot of chakra, a lot of healing energy. Some of you could be healers. You're looking into the chakras. I'm also getting the purple, and you can see the third eye chakra. So if you've suffered from migraines, if you've suffered, there's something here with the eyes. Maybe some of you are getting an eye exam, or you have eye floaties, right? Or perhaps your third eye or intuition has felt a little bit blocked or shut down. I feel like that Spirit's way of saying that's you needing to get back in touch with yourself in nature, because you may not be seeing something clearly, because those thoughts can come in and block our intuition. It can block that third eye. There could be something with water here for you as well, making sure you're drinking healthy water. There could be, some sort of block to the pineal gland. Okay, with that third eye. And also for those of you that do feel a little bit of pressure in that third eye, pay attention to what is going on in your world at that time, the thoughts that are ruminating or maybe even living rent-free in your mind, because I feel like Spirit is trying to get your attention, and it could be by seeing signs and symbols and synchronicities, because I'm getting a little bit of that High Priestess energy here for you as well. You're going to be celebrating, allowing yourself to fully open up and see an energy, see something that you weren't able to see before by feeling it as well, right? Because you may be saying, how can we see energy? But I feel like it's through your other senses. It is through tuning in and just having that clear knowing. For some of you, you could even be opening up more to your spiritual gifts. You may have a lot of downloads. There's a lot of healing taking place through your sleep. Some of you, maybe you have restless leg or sleep apnea, snoring. You may be tossing and turning. I feel like sleep is going to be improved for you as well. And anything that you are trying to heal from, June is a really wonderful month to get to the root of a situation, because I see major transformation, major healing, especially with that star on top of the Four of Swords. So that is celebration in itself. So some of you also could be healing from rejection, being rejected in a situation, some abandonment wounds, maybe some inner child wounds, and you're feeling more like yourself towards mid to end of June. You have more vitality, and there is something here about patience as well, because we do have the Knight of Inspiration and the Emperor. Patience, respect, and humility is what I'm hearing. Maybe other people look at you with high regards. Some of you could be business owners with the Emperor. You could be stepping into a position of leadership, stepping into a position of power if you're not already. This is also about taking charge of a situation. So you could be connecting to someone, maybe a paternal energy, father energy, or someone who knows what they're talking about in some way, shape, or form. They have a level of professionalism or a level of experience with that Emperor. And I feel like you're getting answers here, or you are the one supplying answers. So that is what I have for you, Sag. I hope that was helpful. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.